welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachel
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachel and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on the podcast. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice.
You know, over here, I'm kidding out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that? Hey!
This episode is brought to you by my admin. Well, HD Photo Hub, which is basically like having an admin.
That's right. And it's not just a delivery platform. It's a powerhouse designed to make your work shine. From stunning teaser videos and social media reels to custom property websites and polished printable flyers, HD Photo Hub automates it all so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
That's right.
Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of our lovely podcast. We have a guest today. We haven't had a guest on in quite some time, so we are very excited.
Super excited.
Yeah, so we have Edgar Infante from Rock Bottom Media out of Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
Say what's up.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. No, we met online. Weird. It's how most of us meet, right?
Yeah.
Through mutual friends, so Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
And JD, who we had on, they were our last guests that we had on actually. You guys know each other, and she put up a post and tagged me, and that's how you ended up following me, and then you found the podcast, and we've just kind of been conversating back and forth, commenting on each other's posts. Like your content's so good. It's so funny.
Exactly. Yeah, now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here. And what was your comment? You said something about like, I'll know I've made it when I've been on your podcast.
Exactly.
I'm like, you should come on. Oh, this will be fun. So here we are.
That's when you know you've been to the top. So it's awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, dude. Well, I would love to, just your name, Rock Bottom Media, I feel like is foreshadowing. That can't just be for no reason. I want to know a little bit about the backstory and how you got to a place where you're running your own business and calling it Rock Bottom Media. That's got to be relevant, right, Edgar?
Yeah, it actually has nothing to do with real estate, and a lot of realtors hated that it has nothing to do with real estate or like anything like that. But it had to do with my personal life. I had like normal childhood, but I started partying early. Like in high school, I was drinking a lot. Then I graduated into like pills, then like doing like other drugs, and then that just spiraled down to a substance abuse problem. And I was actually addicted to heroin in my early, like all 20s, from 20 to 27. And I actually got sent to prison. So I was with someone and they overdosed in a hotel room. And when they overdosed, I was with a group of people and they split and left me with the dead body. And I got in trouble because of that.
Wow.
And I was looking at a bigger sentence, and I took a plea deal for manslaughter, and I went away for a little bit, and then when I went away, it's not like I kind of just did the program in there, but man, I hated just being in clothes and eating crappy food and just being around guys and just the whole thing, and like I just never wanted to deal with that again. So after I got out. I got sober. My sobriety date's March 9th. It's just coming up. So next week I'll be coming up on 6 years of sobriety, and like I'm completely sober. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't take prescription pills. I don't microdose. Like I have to disclose that in California, because in California you can say you're sober and still get high. It's really weird.
Same with Washington.
Yeah.
All legal.
Yeah. So I got sober, and when I get transitioned out, I had $0 to my name. I was working a temp agency job. I was walking to work. I saved up for my first truck. I got my license. I paid off collections. I got an apartment, and then I started working with someone. Actually, one of JD's cousins. He hired me to do real estate photography, videography, and I was working for him for 2 years, and it was just in my best interest to leave him. It was just we were growing apart, so I decided to go my own route, and I started my own company. And yeah, it was. I just named it Rock Bottom Media because I knew where I was at, and like it's just a reflection of me, you know. It had nothing to
Hmm.
do with like real estate. It's just something that I kind of just thought like, hey, this is personal, and like it's either gonna do good or not, and I just wanted to reflect on somewhere where I've been. So I named it Rock Bottom Media, and it's been really good. I've been shooting almost 2 years on my own. Oh, shooting 1 year on my own, and I brought someone else on. He's been working for me for 2 years now. He's great. Everybody loves him. I'm training him on videos right now, and it's going good. We had a phenomenal year last year. We shot over 1,000 houses.
I saw that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a lot. And we're starting to pick up right now. Like January was kind of busy, because we had a little rush of people in California trying to cash in from the wildfires.
Mm.
Everybody trying to rent out their houses. February's a little slow, but I'm already booked out all next week. So it's looking pretty good for March, and I'm just really happy where it's going and what I've done. It's also jumped more than just real estate photography and videography. I'm creating a lot of content, just their short clips of businesses or just other things, and it's been really fun to work with.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's
I can't move on before going, damn, what a story, man. I
Yeah.
mean,
right.
wow, to come from that place, a dead body next to you and you go to jail for it.
Yeah.
Wow, man. And then just to flip it and come right back and to be so successful. And I love that you have just owned it and almost worn it like a badge of honor with the name Rock Bottom Media. This is who I am. And
I
I
know I was
think
gonna name it House of Rust Media, but didn't sound good.
house arrest might be rough.
That would have been good too.
Call it house party.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow, dude. That's intense, Edgar. Wow.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was,
good on
it was a,
you, dude. Wow.
it was a really dark time in my life, and
Yeah.
Danielle passing away was very sad, and even going to court and just seeing her parents supporting me on my side because it
Brutal.
wasn't me against her parents, it was actually me versus the city. So
Mm.
her parents didn't want me to face any time, but it was a
Wow.
bad time.
And
And
it was a friend of yours too, wasn't?
yes, and it's
Mm,
sad, and like
wow.
she passed away, and everybody's hurt from it, and it sucks, dude. Addiction's bad. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I think that's part of what I like that you call it rock bottom media because I think you kind of, you shouting out to the world that you've clearly been rock bottom, but look where you are now, and it gives an opportunity for people to ask questions, I think, and to get the word out there because yeah, I mean that's
absolutely. And like I know a lot of people that have done time that have a felon, as their name. And before I became a photographer, I tried to become a lineman, someone that works like at Southern California Edison. And when I
mhm,
went to go sign up for school, I got rejected because of my history. They're like,
mm,
you would never be able to work with it, like come to school because your background got flagged. And I was like, dude, that's when reality kicked in.
mm, mm,
But
mhm.
since then, I reached out to my public defender. I was able to get it expunged, so like I have a clean record now.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah,
Wow. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's
So
probably a
wait,
long journey too.
you got out of jail and then did you have a place to live or did they provide housing for you when you get out?
I went home and I was sleeping on the floor at my mom's house.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
so
you
like
did have some family around that could help
yeah,
out.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't have a luxury. Like I said, I came out with no money, sleeping on the
Yeah.
floor. I didn't have a car. I had to get my driver's license again. Like all my 20s, I wasn't like a productive member of society. Like
Mm,
I was just getting high. That's all I was doing. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Heroin
So
just consumes your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's wild.
how did you stumble exactly upon? I might have missed it, but can you hit on how you stumbled upon real estate? I know you said you were working for somebody else, but how did you come to find that?
That's it. I hired my buddy at the time to take some photos for me and my girlfriend and her kid at the time, and he told me this was like at COVID time, and he told me that his business took off in real estate photography, videography, and he brought me on board. And
Huh.
it was just like something that I knew nothing. I just shadowed him, watched compositions. I would look at the pictures, like when people would post it, and I just got it. It got easy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Psst. Sorry to interrupt. If you haven't heard, Rach and I are using Pixel CRM.
Pixel CRM isn't just another boring tool. It's basically your business's best friend. With Pixel
Mm.
CRM, you can automate your lead generation, follow-ups, client communication, and stay top of mind with email campaigns. And there's just so much more.
And if you want, you can try it out today. Just go to pixelcrm.com/STS and you're going to get the first month of Pixel CRM free.
Yeah.
Outstanding. How has it been with the wildfires in Los Angeles? I'm sure that must have impacted your business, yeah?
Yeah, and in fact, it is really sad. There's a lot of families that lost stuff, you know. I don't know anybody personally that lost anything, but I've seen a couple past clients that were actually affected and their house burned down. People set up
Mm,
like a GoFundMe and all that. But yeah, it's really sad that a lot of people lost their belongings and, you know, are never going to get those back. Someone shared a post on Christmas Day of them in front of their house, and like 2 weeks later, their house was completely burned down.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
wild. So, do you have a lot of people moving out of, I mean, we have a lot of people moving into Washington from California because of the fires. Are you seeing more houses going up for sale because people are moving out of state?
I mean, that's always been the case. Like, I have a friend that's a realtor in Dallas, and I go shoot out in Dallas a lot. Like, every now and then, I'm going in April. I'll shoot out there while I'm there visiting. So, like, you're seeing a lot of people, like, you know, move out of California, and then you see people moving back too. So, it's just
Mm.
constantly changing. You just never know what's going on. You know, people sometimes leave California and then they try a different climate and they don't like it, so they come back, and it's just like, yeah, it's back and forth.
Mm,
But yeah. It's pretty nuts. It's yeah, you just there's so much going on. Just like people are either, you know, upgrading, buying a new house, people are retiring, want to get out of the two-story, want a single story, people pass away, like, you know, people can't make the payment, people divorce, like there's just so much like so much going on. You just never know what you walk into. So
mm.
Yep, sounds familiar. I always tend to ask that question. I'm like, oh, why are you moving? And I sometimes I'm like, Rachel, why do you ask that? Like, this could
yeah,
be a very sensitive, terrible story.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know if I want to
exactly.
know.
Yeah, yeah, the divorce scenario. I'm always
Yeah.
glad when the realtor gives you the heads up, like, this is a divorce. Oh, right,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
different
don't
line
say
of
anything.
questioning. You know, I just
I
keep
always get the
quiet.
heads up when it's
Exactly.
tenant occupied because those are the most delicate, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, they're pissed. They're getting kicked out. They're
Yeah,
getting the boot.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's always a tough one. They're just staring at you like they can't stand that you're even there, and you're just like, hey, trying to be nice. Hey, how's it going?
It's
And they're
the
like,
easiest one
great.
for me because I just point and shoot. Even if the house is dirty, you can't touch anything, so
There's
just
nothing you can do,
easy
right?
it
Yeah,
done.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
a little bit, yeah. It's because thank God, because most of those times, what could you even do? I mean,
yeah,
geez, you'd be there.
Right.
You'd have to be a full-on mover and cleaning service for that. Because most of the times that's how it goes. Yeah, you're just like,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
exactly.
One
Oh
of my
man.
shooters called today and he goes, so I got to the house and I couldn't get in for like 45 minutes. And we finally got a hold of the agent and I got in the garage and I opened the door to the house and there was a dog right there. And I walk in and there's like stuff everywhere, like dog beds and toys and
Mm.
all their stuff everywhere. He's like, so I went outside. I was too scared. He's
Have you
like,
been
"Well, I
bitten by
waited.
a dog?
What?
Have you been bitten by a dog?
No, but I've been
Mm.
lunged at one time. And
I've been
that's,
bitten by a pit
oh,
Really?
on the job.
scary.
A lot
Oh
of
my
pits in
God.
LA, I feel like there's
Yeah.
tons. Yeah.
So like I got to the house and there's a cage and I'm like, hey, where's the dog? They're like, oh, it's in the room. Like it's vicious. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'll shoot that room last. So this dog was like just like hearing me all the time, and the homeowner was inside working from home, and he opens the door, and as soon as he opens the door, he just lunges at me like I'm just shooting another room, and he just like comes at me
Oh my
and like
gosh.
bites me, and like honestly, I wasn't bleeding or anything, but like I was like, dude, if you have a vicious dog, like put it away. I was more angry at like the homeowners than I was at
Mm.
the dog.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
insane. Why would he let it out? That's just stupid.
yeah, yeah.
Rude.
It
No
was.
brains. No brains.
No.
So you do full service real
I
estate media,
do.
right? You do
Mhm.
drone and Matterport and all that. Do you do Matterport
Uh,
or you
I
do
do. I
I
don't do Matterport. I do Zillow 3D.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
You haven't
Yeah.
done Matterport yet. You should pick it up. It's
Yeah,
good service. We
so
do both.
I hate it.
I
It's
know
so
it's terrible.
it's terrible. It costs too much money, and it's like the plans don't make sense. Like you can get like 10 spaces for $15, and the next like jump is like $50, or you can get two accounts and pay less. I don't know. It's just too time consuming. I'd rather be in and out. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Do they do the same thing in your market where if you do the Zillow, the home gets that sort of
showcase.
spotlight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they do. So we actually got to I got to be one of the first photographers in Los Angeles to do showcase. Zillow was working with a big group out here at the time, and I was able to do some of the showcase features in the beginning, which is nothing different. It was just shot. They just it's something that Zillow sells to agents, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do those. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard about it in other markets. It's funny, I don't, the agents around here so far haven't been asking about it at all. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
just because they don't like Zillow or they just don't know about it, but I have heard about it in several other markets just doing the podcast, you know?
yeah.
Edgar, do you want to explain what it is?
Uh,
If you
well,
know, I kind of know.
I don't see anything different other than they just put your listing to the top and they make your photos into a slideshow.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
a program by Zillow. Agents pay extra every month to have their listing showcased. And
Hmm.
basically they are that REO was bought out by Zillow. The
Oh, was it?
photos, yeah, so the photos are uploaded to REO essentially. So I will get when the agent submits that they want their house on showcase, I'll get an email saying that I need to upload the photos for the showcase. The agent can't do it. I have to do it,
Yeah,
which is annoying.
yeah.
So my assistant uploads them into REO. That's the backend system. Along with you have to do a floor plan on the Zillow as well
Yeah,
in order to,
exactly.
it has to be the special link. And then they get extra exposure and they get that floor plan on there for that
Yeah,
listing.
see, the agent told me that too at the time. I was like, why don't you just make an account? They don't verify it, and they made their own account and upload the photos. I can't do like I don't. I tried just to like deliver my content and I'm out. Like I'm not doing all that extra stuff for you.
I know I was
Yeah.
so annoyed when that program came out. I'm like, why would they make it like first off, if there's new photos that they want to put on, why they can't put them on? I
Yeah,
have to do it
exactly.
for them. That's silly. That makes no
Yeah,
sense. And then it's
you're
just
running
extra work for me and I'm not getting paid anymore for it. I'm like, come
exactly.
on. Great. Yeah, let me upload those for you into
Yeah,
Oreo when I use HD Photo Hub.
yeah,
Jeez. I feel like I'm
Right?
cheating on my favorite
Yeah.
people.
I refuse to touch it.
Right. I will not.
I refuse. Yeah.
Just kidding. They're both great. I'm just totally
So what
joking.
so I'm really curious to know a little bit more about what really got you going because yeah, like you said, you did 1,000 houses last year, and I saw another post where you did like 100 recently, 100 shoots in a month.
That's
So
nothing though. Like,
what's your key to your success? What do you think's made you so successful?
um, for the first like I just want to comment on the Hunter House. Like I'm in a creative like network group like with other media companies around the United States. Someone in Florida that's shooting 192 houses a month and he has like two more work associates. So that's the goal that I want to be at.
Mm,
So hopefully in the near future I can get up there. But what's been helping me, which kind of really sucks, it's me. Like I'm the branding.
mm,
I had that
So
problem.
it's just like yeah, like I tag myself, like other like realtors will tag me, and people see that I'm working with so and so, and they see that it's fun, and they want to use me, and yeah, it's been great. But now I got to the point where I it's like I can shoot your listing, but like it won't like it'll be my company. It won't be me. And some people are for it, or some people aren't. It's not like I have a selective people. Sometimes I just go whatever is easier to drive. Like if I'm driving a certain part of Los Angeles and it's en route, then I'll grab it. If it's not in my route, then I'll have my work associate go do handle it.
Rach, can you imagine if you had to go back to a world pre-HD Photo Hub?
Oh, no way. No, HG Photo Hub literally saved my life during the COVID craze.
Yeah.
With online ordering, their invoicing, the photo delivery, the Google integration, and just having everything on one platform, HG Photo Hub really does it all. And I cannot imagine my business without it.
Same. Pre-HD Photo Hub, I feel like I was just spending all my time chasing my own tail. It was horrible. The
Mhm.
good news is our listeners get a special deal. If you enter the code STS, you're going to get 10 free full marketing kit deliveries. Remember, enter the code STS.
Yeah. Do you have an employee or a contractor? You have to be employees in California,
Yeah, it's
right?
an employee.
Okay.
Yeah, someone
Okay.
a realtor told me don't call him an employee. That sounds like so mean. So like I
Oh,
mean.
Like
Work
it's
associate.
degrading. Of course, California people would say that. Sorry. I shouldn't say that, but goodness.
Yeah. He's like, you sound like a douche calling him my employee. I'm like, work associate, fine.
Work associate. That's a nice way to. I know you kept saying that. I'm like, that's an interesting
No,
terminology.
that's California for you. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Uh,
Uh,
cool,
so,
cool.
but what is
So
it you think about your brand that you said is it like I see you have a lot of fun videos and stuff like that. You've done a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, is it? Where you kind of show the fun experience you create, or what is it exactly you think that's attracted people?
Yeah, I fuck around at work a lot, dude. I am not a fucking professional, dude, straight up. And I'm not the nicest person either. Like, I talk back. Yeah, I'm a hard director. I'm not easy to work with. Yeah.
Give me an example. Like, what's a story you can give me for example there? Do you have one?
I mean, I don't want to call out certain people, but like, yeah, I've had people like,
No
yeah.
names. You don't have to say names. You can make up a name, but I'd
I
love
mean,
to hear
it's
an
just hard.
example.
Like now we're in social media where like you got to film people talk, right? So I can shoot a house and make it real and like highlight everything about the house in like an hour and 30 minutes. And then I'll spend like an extra like 45 minutes like getting someone to talk and they just don't get the lines right, they don't look right. And it's just like,
Right.
dude, this doesn't make it, the more I'm spending on you, it's like it doesn't make sense. Like I
Mhm.
can't raise the price, you know? So like yeah, I get kind of annoyed with like people that can't get their lines right and it's like you see a frustration in my face and it's bad.
You're in LA. Isn't everybody supposed to be an actor?
No, absolutely not. I have clients that show up with like a beer, like a shot, like yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is a struggle for sure. Some people, it's definitely a challenge, and yeah, you could easily spend 40 minutes just trying to get two lines out in
yeah,
a way that
exactly.
doesn't sound horrible and gonna hurt them, right? Uh,
Yeah. So like, I try to do the best to get them loose and confident and build them up and just go for it. But yeah, it's hard.
yeah.
mm.
I've
Hard.
spent like 45 minutes on literally 3 sentences. It's like, seriously, it's not that hard. Just say this. And you coach them and tell them what to say, and then they spit out something completely different. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, don't listen to me then. Just do it your own
Are
way.
you pretty natural on the camera? Like I know you post a lot, but are you like good at it? Like or are those like do you have a lot of takes behind there? What's going on?
Mine?
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it now, honestly. It's
Okay,
like,
cool.
yeah, one or two takes. When we do master plan, that there's the episode that just dropped for the real estate roadshow. There's a scene in the kitchen where I come out and I'm like, my three favorite things about the kitchen. I slap my hands down and I have to say like the champagne bronze countertops throughout and the
Uh,
matte black with champagne bronze.
oh God.
I 35 takes. And my
God.
videographer is like you. He just starts getting impatient and frustrated. And then I get insecure and frustrated with
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm messing up even more. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm trying really hard. He's like, no, you're fine. You're fine. He's gotten better with me, but
Yeah. I
Mad,
think
really? I
poor
can't
Matt.
picture him getting mad. He seems
Yeah.
so like even keel and kind.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
here's the thing
hard
though,
when
we
it's
didn't,
not when it's
sorry.
weird words like that are not your normal
Yeah.
yeah.
vernacular. That's really
Yeah.
hard.
That's
Yeah,
where it's hard. Like I get if it's my own verbiage, it's fine. But Dan always
right.
feeds me lines, and I'm like, wait, what does that word even mean, Dan? My
Yeah,
goodness.
exactly. Yeah.
hmm
So yeah.
What about
Uh,
you, Edgar? Are you good on camera? Can you do it?
I'm pretty good. I mean, I've done a few things, but like it doesn't take that long. So, and I'm very transparent. I rather, I don't care if I look away in my eyes and it's like I'm not focused on the camera or like I slur my words. Like, yeah. So,
yeah.
You just get
More
it. You just get it.
authentic.
You're a get it done kind of guy, right?
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So,
That's
I
good.
don't
That's
have to
good.
make sure it's perfect. I don't really care. I'm just like, all right, let's shoot it. Let's get it done and move on.
Yeah.
Well, so how are you going to get to your goal of basically doubling what you're doing currently? Do you have a plan for scaling?
So my work associate should be able to do video pretty soon.
Mm,
Once he gets up to speed where I can handle, give him the jobs that I'm doing that require video, I can bring someone else on board to do photos and do 3Ds and what he's doing right now. And I think that should get us into that direction.
mm.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question. So I
But
have four photographers on my team,
yeah,
and I think we did like, I don't even know, 1,300 shoots last year, maybe,
I'm
if
just
that.
about there. It's over like I was like 1100.
But you have like two people.
Yeah,
Are
just
you
me,
just shooting
Santiago.
all day, every day? Like, how many
Yeah.
shoots a day are you doing? A lot, obviously.
So
Five,
I'm
six.
like right now I'm down to two right now because of the sun.
Okay.
But starting in 2 weeks, I'll be able to work all the way till like 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
And you're okay doing that.
Dude, I'm single. I got a dog. I'm like whatever, dude. Just bring him in
Dog doesn't
the
need to
house.
pee. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm just
It's
like,
awesome. Who
yeah.
does your morning uploads and delivering the jobs? You do that too?
Hmm.
What? You're a madman.
Yeah.
How is that? Wow, you're making good money.
Yeah.
Let's hire
Um,
you a team. We need
Are
to
you
get you a
are
VA.
you
no Adderall either. Just straight up just
Good
Yeah,
on
yeah,
you.
coffee.
right?
Good
Yeah.
on you. I've been sober for 5 months.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo!
Whee! No alcohol, no weed.
There you go.
Doing
Yeah,
good.
you look better when you have a better glow when you're sober. I just
Oh,
see it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been eating moderately clean. Neil's
I
trying
know
to
you
help me
have a
with
six
that.
pack.
Yeah, I know. I have a six pack. It's amazing.
She's gonna show it on the podcast.
There it is. Actually, I don't right now because I had ice cream last night. Don't tell my coach or my accountability partner over there. But
Hey, yeah, what's
no, I
going
have
on,
not done my
Rach?
sit-ups yet. He
Yeah,
penalizes
she
me
still
with
owes me some crunches for.
penalizes.
Yeah, you've been penalized. She was giving me a hard time the other night. She's like, The word is not penalized, Neil." And I was like, "I think it's penalized." Like, we were
It
like,
can't be right.
she's like, "That sounds really weird. Stop saying it."
Yeah.
It is
No, but
penalized.
we're trying to be accountability partners for each other. Me, I'm trying not to eat after I eat dinner, no more food, so I'm stop snacking all this junk and stuff like that. And
Dude, it's bad. Like I like for social media, everybody knew me for food because I used to like I'd work in LA, so I'd stop and eat everywhere, and I was at like 215 pounds, and like I think at my biggest I was at 285, like when I was
oh
strung out
wow,
on heroin. Um, but like I'm down to like 179 right now,
How
so
tall
yeah,
are you?
I'm about 5'9".
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good weight for you.
yeah,
That's awesome.
that's
Good on
great.
you. How are you doing it? Just eating healthier and working out?
So, yeah, so I just get meal prep, and with that being said, instead of stopping and eating somewhere, I just take the meal preps with me. Most of the times, the houses I shoot have a microwave, so if I'm hungry, I would just shoot it and ask them if I can heat it up real quick. So that's been really
No
working
kidding.
out. Yeah, and
I
then
love when the homeowner comes home, you're just like making your food in the kitchen. Oh, hey, what's
yeah,
up? I'm almost done. I just
Do you
gotta
mind
have my
if
dinner.
just
yeah,
sit down for a minute and eat
Yeah.
this?
and then
You guys want some?
yeah.
I'll
And
do
then
my dishes.
I was gaining a lot of weight from going on dates, like dinner. So instead of doing dinner dates, I've been doing like more interaction stuff, like, hey, let's go like bowling, let's go like play like miniature golf, like just stuff that doesn't involve like eating.
Yeah,
So
Mm.
that's awesome. Good for
yeah,
you. Sounds
yeah.
like you got it dialed. I still can't believe how much you do. And just so I'm honestly reconsidering hiring someone. I'm on the fence if I need to hire someone for spring and summer. But here's our problem. Everybody books Tuesday and Wednesday. So like
Hmm.
how do you fix that? I mean, I did put a post out saying if you can not book Tuesday, if you don't have to, that would be helpful, you
Yeah.
know? But what do you do about that?
I just shoot whenever. Like I'm working tomorrow. I have two shoots tomorrow. One of them's far away, and that's a big travel fee. It's like about a 2 hour drive. It's up in the like mountains. Then I got one back in the valley. My work associate has it off, but then I have Sunday off, and he's working on Sunday. So we just shoot every day.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like I'm booked out. Like my availability, I have one spot available next week on Friday, like at one
Wow.
o'clock.
And
Yeah.
you don't lose clients because you're not available?
Look, I think we've all been there before. Like, you see your client post like new listing, and you're not there. I've lost clients. I don't know if it's my availability, my pricing. There's just so much that goes on. I've never reached out to people and been like, hey, why didn't you use me? It's not
Mhm.
been my thing. But like, yeah, I've lost clients. I just don't know for what reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Well, I think I might not hire someone. I think we'll just fill up the team. I think that would
yeah.
be. I've been
Dude,
toying
that's
with that
amazing
idea
that you
anyway.
have four photographers.
Yeah, and we do like the same volume as you. We're all just kind of bored. We're like, we need more work. And I'm like, I'm trying, trying,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
You know?
That pressure of like having Santiago come on board and like making sure like I can keep him busy was really hard.
Hmm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I know. And I've got two that rely on me for their full-time income. So
Yeah.
that's pressure. And then I have an assistant, full-time assistant who relies on me for the income and a full-time virtual assistant who relies
See,
on me.
everybody tells me to
So
get a
four
virtual
people.
assistant and like I don't want to. Like I do need help like sending out invoices and like, sending out the Dropbox link and following up on payment, but I just I can't hand over my baby. Like I won't.
Yeah,
I
we
have
got
an
the answer
idea.
there.
You need HD Photo Hub.
HG
We'll
Photo
do
Hub.
that for you.
HG
Yeah.
Photo Hub does that stuff. I never chase invoices anymore, dude. And I
Yeah.
don't. You just upload the photos and they go find it all in their. It's all in their gallery, man. That'll save you a ton just doing that.
Yeah, I might look into it, but I definitely can't stay away from the phone. I need to make sure I pick up the phone calls and talk to people and yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
that's always people's biggest concern. Same thing when we were talking to JD and Mercedes actually that same thing that they were worried about that. But they just actually set up HD Photo Hub and they're using it for scheduling and stuff. They're not forcing it down people's throat. They're like, hey, if this is convenient for you, go for it. But this they still can have phone conversations. They can still call and check in. How was your shoot?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, but
Well, I
it
have to
could
stay on
totally
top
help.
of, I definitely have to stay on top of booking because Los Angeles is just so clustered that depending where you're going and what route, it just takes longer. So like I know what parts of like where the traffic goes in certain freeways, and I know like it's going to take me longer to get from here to there. And they have the ability to book like if there's a time slot, they don't know that where we're coming from. So like the time slot
Mm,
might not work. So I used to use Calendly and like it went all bad. Like I had to call and move stuff around. So it's just easier if I just book the appointments because I know where my last appointment is and where I'm coming from, and I
mm.
can give myself enough drive time to get there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you might still even if you didn't use the scheduling, I think you would just like not having to chase invoices because they can't down you can set it up that they just can't download till they pay. So I
yeah,
never chase
yeah,
that anymore.
dude, yeah.
So it's super nice. And they like that it's all in their own like account. They get all their shoots right in there. So they go log in, it's all right there. And so you
Okay.
don't have to deal with like Google Drive stuff.
Yeah,
No,
and all their
that's
past accounts are on their client portal, so they have all their photos from
Yeah.
forever. One other thing, so I had the same mindset as you, where I'm like, I want to pick because we had a big territory. I'm like, I don't want to be all the way north and then have to go all the way south. Like, that's crazy, right? So I would have them put the order in, and then I would assign the time.
yeah.
They would pick the date, and then I would assign the time. And that kind of bit me a few times because I'd be like, I don't have any openings. So I'd have to
Mm,
call them and be like, can I do tomorrow? Or,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
next day. So, or I'd be scrambling to find another photographer, calling
That's great.
random photographers around town. Can you pick up a shoot for me? That
Do
was
you trust
COVID
people like
days.
that?
What?
Do you trust people like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I have a
Yeah.
few in town that I would trust like that. Yeah. They do the
Oh
same with
man.
me. So, but yeah. I mean, it's always a risk, but I'm like, I
Yeah.
treat my people good. They're coming back.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
in LA, I can't see how you'd ever be able to make it anywhere on time, dude. I lived out there for 10 years myself, and you never know when you're going to get, what should be a 10-minute drive is always at minimum 45 minutes, and then some days it's 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like I said, most of my shoots are I give myself an hour drive, and
Yeah,
then depending where I'm coming from, I give myself a little bit longer. Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
then I also know how long it takes me to shoot a house. Like me, I can shoot a house and make a reel in an hour.
Are
That's
you
the idea.
predominantly doing reels instead of any landscape content, or what are you predominantly doing for that?
Yeah, reels is just taking over. Yeah. No
Mm,
one wants to do horizontal videos anymore.
really? Do they not even do a video for MLS? They only do for social media?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
And it's like,
interesting.
I was talking to Rachel, like, dude, I'm cheap. Like, I'm a really affordable. And like there's just so much competition in Los Angeles. And it's like, she's like what she gets on a photo shoot is amazing because I'm charging half of that, and like people be like, that's how much? Oh no, like I'm not paying that. I'm just like, wow. So
Really?
yeah.
No, I figured it would be I figured you'd be getting a healthy rates out in Los Angeles, especially because all the houses are so expensive.
No. So,
Mm,
also there's so much realtors out here that a lot of people are full time or they try to make it full time. And with that being said, like I think there's a lot of people that just don't have that much money coming in,
mm,
but there are clients that do it full time and that make sure that they're consistent and that deliver, good branding or good content for their listings. So I have clients that will always get a full package, which is photos, a horizontal video, a reel, still 3D, and a floor plan.
mm.
So I have clients that are consistent and like make sure that they deliver everything. I got other clients that will just do the minimum, just photos. I got other clients that will do videos and I mean photos in a reel. It just varies. I got one that just does photos, 3D tour, and a floor plan.
Do you do a lot of drone there as well?
Oh yeah, that's standard. That's included with my
Always,
Yeah,
always.
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's awesome
Cool.
because it never rains there, you lucky duck.
I was more thinking about just like all the airports and stuff like that. You don't have a lot of issues with that
Mm.
flying the drone?
Yeah, we do. We have Van Nuys, Burbank, and LA, and there's certain areas in Antelope Valley that we got the Air Force Base, but you can just do pre-flight and request it, and then some areas you can't fly. There's just an
Yeah.
landing zone, and it is what it is.
Yeah, and you just tell them that, right? Like, ah, sorry, I
Um,
can't do it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you give a
Yeah.
discount if you can't fly?
No, because that
Okay.
250 is just like it's like, hey, like if I can get the drone up, I'll get it up. If I can't, I can't. Don't hold it
Yeah.
against me.
So it's
Yeah.
not like an add-on for you. It's just always part of
Uh,
it.
I
So,
need to be like Rachel. I need to add that on.
Yeah, you do. I'm like, our photos are more than just 250.
I know.
When I told you my prices, you're like, oh my God.
My
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
yeah.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. But we don't have as many, I mean, per like shooter, we don't have nearly as many clients. If I was a lot cheaper, yeah, we'd have a ton more clients. We'd have a
Yeah.
lot more work, but
Yeah.
I'd be like chasing my tail because I'd
Yeah.
be doing
Same
so
difference.
much for the same
Yeah.
amount of money.
Hmm.
You
Exactly.
know? Yeah. So,
But I enjoy it. I shoot a lot of houses. I mean, I gotta word this correctly. Like, I shoot a lot of variations. It doesn't matter. Like,
Hmm.
300, 400, 500, uh, 4 million, 9 mil. It just varies. But regardless of what I'm shooting, I make sure like I give them the best quality of work. I treat
that's
Yeah.
them
awesome.
the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Cool.
someone reach out on social media and they emailed me and they were like, "Hey, I know Rachel doesn't normally shoot houses like this. It's just a trailer, but would she be willing to shoot this?" And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Okay, just for the record, we shoot everything. I
Hmm.
just put the pretty
Exactly.
ones online." That's what I told her. I'm like, "We
Yeah.
just put the pretty ones online because they're fun to look at." I'm like, "We shoot 300,000, $500,000 homes, which are like LA, like not that
Yeah.
great, all day long." I'm like, "Yeah, no worries."
Yeah. That's
So
where my business comes from. Like all day long ones. Yeah.
that's your bread and butter. Like those
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
there's more of those for sale
Yeah.
than the $8
Like
million dollar ones that I shot yesterday, you know?
I'm always like working, but I can't ever post myself on a $8 million, what is that, penthouse, looking all good with my camera. I'm like,
You could. You can do it. You
Right?
can do anything.
Rachel literally just posted about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Wasn't it an $8 million listing
Yeah,
you're
it's like
at?
yeah, it was.
8.4. It's a full like 5,000 square foot penthouse. It
And
was
it, and
cool.
it starts with Rachel's back. It doesn't even start with the house.
Yep. Well, you gotta hook them in, right? It
She
was the
knows what she's
view. Brand
doing.
recognition. Come on. Even though I'm like always trying to highlight the team, it just always ends up being me, no matter what I do. I'm like, dang it. It's hard because I don't work with my team. Like, how often do I see my team?
Yeah,
Very seldom do I actually see Colin, my guys in person.
yeah.
A few times a year, to be honest.
She
I'm
didn't
having
like
a
it. Rachel,
content day next Friday, and Casey's coming out. We're gonna
yeah,
make a bunch of content in the house. I'm
They're gonna have
excited, and
some
the guys are gonna
fun
stop by.
stuff coming. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So we're trying to have more fun on social media.
yeah.
So, Edgar, you said you also do some other stuff. Is your main focus, you think, always going to be real estate, or are you dabbling in some other stuff because you like that other stuff and you're thinking about doing other things too?
Um, I don't know where it's going. Like, I think there might be a door opening up in Texas pretty soon, so it'll be real estate out there too.
Oh,
So that's why I've been shooting. I just feel like it just keeps like Texas keeps calling me, so we'll figure it out. And but like doing like other contents. I was at a taco place yesterday, and you know I shot a video randomly. I had my gear on me and like it did really well. Like it just like it kind of went it's doing really good on social media right now and like the owner just was really happy with it. So like I've done other like fun shoots and just branding of small businesses and stuff like that. And I like it. It's always cool to step away from real estate and try something different sometimes.
yeah, a little
Mhm.
refreshing, right? A little
Yeah.
break, a little
Yeah.
change. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the taco thing, if you don't mind telling me?
So I met this guy on Instagram on the FPB community, and we became friends. I actually commissioned him to make me two custom drones, sent them, didn't get scammed, and we became social media friends. And he's like, "Dude, I'm coming to Los Angeles. Like, let's meet up. I want to get tacos because like I'm a fatty. Like, I used to just post food all the time. And like he's like, I want to get tacos with you when I get in town. So I took him to my favorite taco spot, and like, yeah, like I just started working. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
good.
That's
Yeah.
cool. It was like an ad you did for them, like a social media ad? What was it?
Yeah, so like just a big like a there was a line out the door and like everybody was on board. So I just got everybody to kind of just like wave at the camera, did some speed ramping, did some taco shots, passport shots, and just made it kind of like eye-catching and fun. Yeah.
That's
It
so
was some
cool.
it was something you just did on the fly or something you
Yeah.
charged them for or what?
That's on the fly. He asked like what the charge is. I haven't sent them a price yet or whatnot, you know.
Did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do it on
yeah.
your phone or did you do it with your camera and your
I had my
gimbal?
camera on me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What editing software do you use for your videos?
So I was on Premiere Pro for a while and then I'm trying to get on Final Cut Pro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why the
So
My
switch?
because everybody that so I'm on this creative like network team and everybody that's on there, the speed ramping is just so much easier there. It's
yeah.
just so much easier. With Premiere, it was like curves, like, and it was just like really hard. And Final Cut just has it down, like where you can just speed ramp, so clean, add a couple transitions and effects, and it's just like wow,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
My editor just switched just literally weeks ago for that reason. He's like, I just like how easy the workflow is to do the speed ramps and all that. It's
yeah.
just way more
My
user
buddy
friendly.
came over. I've had Final Cut forever, and I was like, hey, dude, just can you just sit down and just let's go over and like we did one edit together. You know, we were for 3 4 hours, but like the color grading, the speed ramping, the transitions, and everything, it just was so much. It was an easier flow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
And
awesome.
my editor's work looks better already just from doing they're slicker too. They're not just easier. They just look slicker
yeah,
when he does
exactly.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
That's awesome.
yeah,
I wish I had more time to learn how to edit video. That would be fun. I have a video of that penthouse that I shot. I
yeah,
used my camera and my Ronin. You'd be proud, not my cell phone. And but it was so dark inside and so bright outside that like trying to get the view out the windows was terrible. I'm like, this is awful. So I actually got my cell phone out and did all the view shots out the window with my cell phone in 4K.
dude.
So,
Honestly, I'm the same way. Like for the longest time, my reels were all done with phone, and like I switched over to like the FX3, what I was using for horizontal for reels now. But dude, the type of videos that I do, I the original videos that I started doing for Reels, they were kind of like a one-shot take. So
mhm,
like I was able to like, map out the house, kind of give you a sweep, and a lot of people loved it because it was kind of a flow through the house. It wasn't confusing, like it wasn't speed ramping from one room to the other, not knowing where it connected. So I still have that, and like the iPhone's the best way to do it because it's just constantly just like, exposing to the right place.
It
mhm,
does a
So
good job. Yeah.
yeah, it does a great job. Like I always tell clients, I'm like, dude, you have $1,000 camera. It's in your pocket. Bust it
Hmm.
out.
right.
Like it's like I was charging them the same rate that I'm charging them with the FX3. Like what you're paying for me is my time in editing. Like
Hmm.
if I get out my Sony camera, like can I charge you more? Like does it look more expensive? Like you're still
Right?
getting the same fucking video.
Yeah. Well, and it's
Yeah,
your creative talent too. And
yeah,
it's a service,
yeah,
that you're doing.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, part of me feels very weird. I try not to, but I still feel a little guilty and weird showing up to an $8 million listing and whipping out my cell phone to do a video. There's
Bad
just
on
something
you.
about that makes me feel a little unprofessional. But
Yeah.
I did, and the agent saw me, and I was like, whatever. I also had my big gimbal out, but yeah, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's what she gets, and she will be very happy
Well,
because I
let me
had
ask
a
you
lot of
this.
fun in that house.
Well, what about you, Edgar? What do you like about shooting on your FX3 better than shooting on your phone? Like, why do you choose that?
I don't. It's just there's just so much competition out here, and everybody's doing it. So like, it's one of those things. Like, I didn't have a problem doing iPhone videos for the longest time. It's all right. Like, I shot $4 million, 3 millions, but there's just so much competition, and even competition that doesn't shoot those big houses or busting out FX3. And I think realtors are like, when they see me bust it out, they're like, why? So like now that I just bust out the Sony FX3 and I have the same lens on they're just like, oh, cool. It's like it's professional.
Just because that's what they think is professional in their head, even though they
Yeah,
would never be able to tell the difference of the video. In fact, they might like the video from the phone better.
dude. Yeah, straight
Isn't that
up, dude.
funny?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Mm,
So that's
that's
really what
crazy.
it comes down to. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
that's
Edgar, I want
funny.
to switch gears a little bit here. What is your why? Like, why do you work so hard at what you do? Like,
Mm,
what's the thing that you work for?
what's driving you?
Well, I grew up in a really poor family. Like, my mom and dad were immigrants from Mexico. They met in onion field, and my parents were they didn't do anything wrong. They just always made like minimum wage, and yeah, they provided a house over me, but like they just like I didn't have any like upbringings like people did, like like your parents taking you camping, going on a cruise, going to concerts together. Like my parents just worked 9 to 5. Like I'd walk to the bus and then just like take to school and then wait for them to get home. And but I have that drive because I want like the American dream. I want financial freedom. I want to go out and make memories. I want to a lot of stuff that I do as a childhood. That's what's like driving me. Like I want to be able to, I went on my first cruise in December. Like everybody's going on a
Nice.
Awesome.
cruise, and I went to on my first cruise, and it was really fun. So
That's
that's kind of
cool,
what
Nice.
man.
like drives me to like work so hard is just being able to make those memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had some cool experiences. I've had a client fly me out to Nampa to work out there on a private jet. That was really fun.
Mm.
Sick.
I got to work at Dallas before, and like that's really awesome. And then I went out to Idaho and worked there before. And I'm just waiting for you to invite me to Washington so I can shoot a video for you. That's
Anytime.
it.
Hell yeah,
Come on
dude.
up.
You gotta do it.
You
Are you
probably make
sure?
more money than me. It sounds like it. So
Doubt it, dude.
you should
You're
fly
living a
right
good
up,
life.
friend.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I'm for it. Like, if you had a nice listing and you said come do the video and reel, I get on board just to say I fucking shot in Washington.
That's
Well,
awesome. Yeah.
listen,
Well,
Rachel's coming out. Rachel's coming out to visit here in New Hampshire. So you can come shoot some reels for us together, and you can
Yeah,
take me
that'd be
to New
dope.
Hampshire too.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I'll put that on my bucket list too. I have a
Hell
client
yeah.
that used to be a California realtor that moved out to Tennessee, and it's going
Mm.
good. And he's already like selling out there. He hasn't had a listing yet, but he's like, when I get my first one, you're coming out. I'm like, all right,
oh,
dude. Yeah,
Tennessee. Have you been to
Nice.
Tennessee yet?
I haven't. I haven't.
Oh, it's got my heart. Like I could live there. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely want to
beautiful.
check it out. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
The
cool,
people are
dude.
so nice too. They're just so down to earth.
dude. So is Dallas, like Texas. Everybody's just
Yeah.
really nice and humble.
I
Yeah,
know. It's
Mm.
that southern charm. Yeah.
yeah. Out here, everybody's just stuck up. Like no one even says hi anymore to you. Like when you're on the like Paseo or riding your bike, everybody's just like, don't talk to me. You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's how
That
Seattle is
stinks.
too. It's like called
Yeah.
the Seattle freeze. People are just so cold. They actually have a
What's
name
up?
for it. Like that's
You're in
sad.
the P. What is it? PNW or whatever.
Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Do you guys have like a weird like Red Bull drink? Like what is it?
Probably.
Never mind.
I don't know.
It's like Red Bull and Dr. Pepper mix. It's like a PNW
Ooh.
thing.
Oh,
Well,
really? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I haven't drank that. No,
You're like,
I
man,
don't
all
drink
I
Red
do
Bull
is drink
anymore either,
alcohol
but
and smoke weed.
yeah, I don't know. I've been sober for 5 months. I don't drink Red Bull.
Yeah. How could you possibly know that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no
Uh,
idea.
yeah.
That's hilarious. Well, cool, man. This has been amazing. I wanna ask you a fun question at the end here. We've done before some like horror story episodes and stuff, and
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun if we started just kind of asking at the end for either a funny story, a work story, or like a
Okay.
horror story that you'd share with us, just as like a fun way to wrap up.
Yeah, I got two for you. So one of them, I was shooting a house, and an investor hired a realtor, and it was an investment property, and he put a tenant in right away. Then he had to sell the property, so like I go shoot it. And I was like, dude, I don't think I had the right location. There's a bunch of trash everywhere. Just like the house was falling apart. Like, no, this is a house. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, okay. So like they're like, we just called the tenant. They're inside. I'm like it was gutted. Like yeah. So I go and like I go inside. Like there's no door. I'm like, hello, 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 and like they're there. And they're like, I'm here to shoot the like, photos for the house, and they were straight up like tweakers. They were smoking meth, and I was like, oh my God. And this was like my first year as a business owner. Like, so like I had needed a job because like, like I didn't have work. So like any work that I got, I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So I'm literally walking around the house like this. There's trash everywhere. I can hear the rats move. Like insulation
Oh,
was off the wall. The drywall was gone. It was just scattered everywhere. Like it was just completely destroyed. Like every time I go to a different room and take a photo, like you could just hear like shit move. I'm like, what the fuck is going
Oh
on?
my God, dude.
And then like I went to the living room where they're at, and like it's not even a living room, it's just completely like messy. And I was like, hey, I need to take a picture of this place, blah blah blah. Do you mind moving? They're like, no. Like they're just straight up smoking meth. I was like, what the
Absolutely
fuck?
not.
not
I
moving.
actually took a selfie. Like I was like this, like with them in the background, like my face covered. I'm like, I can't believe this is the bullshit I'm dealing with. Yeah. And I
Oh
put a
my
clown
God.
face over their, over their
Huh?
faces. Yeah.
What the? And they're literally just
Wow.
getting high right there while you take the picture. They don't care at all.
I'd be terrified I'd get like contact high from that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was
Wow.
real bad.
And they knew though. They're like,
Oh,
"Yep, those are the tenants."
Yeah.
Like, wow.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and the following one was another tenant occupied, and she was getting evicted, and I show up, and she let me in, and as soon as I open up her bedroom, there's just multiple cameras like facing her bed. Like she just had her toys out. She also had like a pie. She was an OnlyFans creator, and it was just like,
Oh my gosh.
You didn't catch her midstream, did you?
no.
Did you say there
Wow.
was a pie? Is that what you said?
A pipe. Yeah.
Oh, a pipe.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, a pie? What's
Yeah.
happening
Dang.
in there?
Okay, Edgar wins with the horror stories.
Yeah, you
Edgar
got
wins.
a couple doozies right there,
Yeah.
Edgar, for sure.
Actually, the cat litter down the stairs, that was a pretty terrible one.
Oh, that was, yeah, from our
Yeah.
previous episode. The guy had to carry the cat litter up. They made like they wanted to move the cat litter out of the shot, and he carried it up the stairs and dropped it, and all the cat litter went like rolling down the stairs. Oh God.
Very bad. Very
So
Yeah,
bad.
it's
gross.
terrible. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. We got a
Yeah.
couple good ones coming too that we'll put together, and we'll probably put some of this into the episode focusing on horror stories too. But I don't. Was there anything else you wanted to ask, Rach, before we wrapped up?
Yeah, where can people find you if they want to check you out on Instagram or on Facebook? Where are you at?
I'm not on Facebook, but Instagram is just rock bottom period media. And yeah, I just post like, photos and stuff like that. As
Oh,
you can
and your
tell.
stories are hilarious. The one
Yeah, but
about
that's
when
where
when you
that's
join a Mexican family and it's this like tan colored dog like dancing in a circle.
yeah.
I was dying.
Yeah, but you have my private account and like that
Oh,
one,
that's your private account. Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty unfiltered and I post a lot of shit I shouldn't,
Follow that account. That one's way more fun, I think.
I'm trying to be professional.
Yeah,
Right,
but
right,
no,
right. That's boring.
you got some awesome reels though. Your reels are great on your business account on Rock Bottom. So Rock
I
Bottom
appreciate
Media.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
So awesome. Yeah, check out Edgar, guys. Awesome, dude. Really appreciate you being on with us, and you finally made it, the big show.
Yes, I made it. I get a
Yeah.
little plaque.
We
We will
should have
send
a
that in the
plaque.
mail.
Yeah, yeah. You
If
wait for
people
that.
find you.
Sometimes it gets delayed several years.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Oh, dude, appreciate you being on so much, dude. So fun chatting
Yeah.
with you. All
Thank you
right,
so
cool,
much. Appreciate it.
cool.
Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
Bye,
See
guys.
you guys on the next one.